Hi everyone, my name is Jeremy Lee and I'm a senior double major in economics and music from the Bay Area up in Northern California. This past summer, I decided to intern at Composium, which is a blog and a website focused on the future of the music industry. My role in this internship was to conduct interviews with premier professors, composers, and other people in the music industry that work at companies, run startups, PR to marketing to creative development, and more. In addition to conducting interviews, I wrote a lot of articles based on those interviews, as well as my own few just personal investigative articles, things about K-pop industry, things about film scoring and the world of TV and movie scoring, as well as a few other more educationally focused pieces on music and higher education and racial bias within the music industry. Lastly, I was put in charge of running a weekly newsletter, which collated many different articles and different updates from across the music industry. We covered sections like general news articles, catalog acquisitions, new recent signings, updates in the NFT industry, as well as startups raising money through seed rounds and their various other sorts of venture capital funding. Some of the main factors that contributed to my decision to apply for this internship was just my passion for the music industry. I realized that because I'd gotten a little bit of a slower start than most other people, I didn't really know what I wanted to do until just this past year. Having this internship come across my lap felt right. It felt like a decision that I needed to make just to really embrace and really immerse myself in the industry that I wanted to work in, or now that I now want to work in the future. Additionally, I knew that there was going to be a lot of potential to interact with really prominent people throughout the industry, which posed both a fantastic experience for myself to expose myself to these individuals, as well as provided many networking opportunities for me going forward. So through this internship, I was able to meet a lot of these folks, and hopefully I can connect with them again in the future. A few of these special international business projects that I worked on, which is, of course, the topic of this video, the company, Composium, is based in Almaty, Kazakhstan. So I got to interact and interview with a lot of different people across Europe, in London, and one person, I believe, in Hong Kong as well. Most of the projects that I was working on were all based around interviews about people in the industry. And we also hosted a number of panels featuring the director of public relations at MuseScore, which is a popular music notation software. And he's based, I believe, in Russia. So lots of opportunities to interact with people from all around the world. A lot of the skills that were required to do this work primarily relied on my own sort of work ethic and my own initiative. This internship was largely driven by myself. Because it was based overseas, there was not a lot of in-office work that had to occur because our time zones were so drastically different. So there was never really any time, there was never really any overlap where both my supervisor and I were working at the same time. So because of that, the majority of the internship was primarily driven by myself. I had to find the people to interview, I had to write the articles, I had to write the newsletter, read updates about the industry all in my own time. There is a little bit of sheltering when you're at college, like at LMU, where you're set deadlines. Like your professors give you syllabi, you get sort of timing and timeframes for your various projects, your various papers, even your long-term projects sometimes will have a time frame because your professor's there with you, guiding you along the way. But for me, because I didn't have a set class time, I didn't have a window of opportunity to be in office working with other coworkers, I had to primarily lead myself and schedule myself throughout the entire summer. So that sense of time management, that sense of initiative and work ethic really was the number one skill, I believe, that was required to effectively perform my work. In addition to that, of course, there were interpersonal skills that I had to cultivate through the various interviews. There was a little bit of social courage that was involved in having to send cold emails, reach out via social media and just email in general to both research and interact with these people, start that conversation right off the bat on a positive note. So those skills also played heavily into my internship success. I'm very grateful for this internship. I was very grateful for this grant. Thank you to the Center for International Business Education for financing my summer. I really appreciate your help, and I appreciate all the support that both the SIBE office as well as LMU in general has provided to me. Thank you all very much.